Welcome back. Don't know much about history? Well, a recent study found that only 24% of high school students had at least a proficient level of civics knowledge and skills. And now there's a push to require high school students to pass a citizenship test, essentially, in order to graduate. North Dakota just unveiled that proposal.
And at least 7 other states are actually considering it as well. Joining us now is the political director of the Civics Education Initiative, Sam Stone. Good morning to you, sir. So why is this important that this become part of education, and really essential to graduate for these high school students, in your opinion?
You know, our government is like a sports car. If you don't know how to drive it, you're going to end up crashed in the ditch. And civics is the keys to the car. It's the manual to get everything done. We need to get back to a focus on civics education. Our government was not founded for people who are not engaged and focused in this process. And this is just critical. We've let it go by the wayside. And we've done so to promote the STEM subjects: science, technology, English, math. Those are critically important.
Sure.
But if you don't know how your government works, you can't make it work for you.
Okay, let's take a look at just 3 of the 100 questions that we're talking about. Keep in mind, these are the same questions that immigrants are asked before they get into this country officially. What's the name of the President of the United States? I think we know that. Name one branch. There are 3, or part of the government. I think we can handle that. And what is the capital of the United States of America? Now, Sam, these are the same questions that immigrants have to correctly answer, a certain number of them, before they're allowed here in the United States. Doesn't it just make sense? Isn't it kind of a no-brainer to have young people, before they're, enter the world, know what the heck's going on?
Oh, absolutely it does. How can we require this of new immigrants coming to this country who want to be part of this process, but we don't require this of our own kids?
Right.
And, you can look at every reference in pop culture. Kids know everything. They can give you Katniss Everdeen's life story off the top of their head, but they can't tell you who the Vice President of the United States is.
We have one.
That's a problem.
The capacity is there to actually learn a lot, and I think kids are really smart right now, and I think part of the duty falls upon the shoulders of administrators and teachers to put in a system where this is interesting to them again, right? So how is that going to happen?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, what we're asking for is really a rebirth of civics education across the country, a refocus on it. This we look at as just the concrete first step to doing that. And then we want schools to get kids engaged, get them engaged in their communities, get them volunteering, get them out there working with campaigns, seeing how government interacts with their lives on a daily basis.
Sure.
I think it's a great idea.
I love it.
Could we have maybe have this thing in the United States where before you vote, you actually know what's going on? Maybe 5 questions. Would that be too much?
I think they tried that some time ago and the Supreme Court shot it down, but we would definitely like to see people be educated on this stuff, because when you're engaged in the process, when you take control of it, this country responds to you.
Yeah, and I think the youngsters out there and the teens are going to surprise everybody. Once taught it, they're going to surprise you with how much they will actually know.
All right.
Thanks, Sam.
Kids today are amazing, you bet.
Really
there you go. All right, thank you very much. He mentioned the Supreme Court. You have to name at least one justice of the Supreme Court to become an American citizen.